do the impossible, impossible.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and the spotlight is on Najee Harris. He was steady for them on the ground a week ago, reaching the century mark and adding a score. It's the Giants and the Seahawks, next on Madden Football.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Seattle Seahawks and the New York Giants. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio.
They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. And they are over 500 for the season, 4-3. They got back above 500 with a victory last week. And, Charles, you think this is... week for him, do you not?
I certainly do, because when you start to do the math, and yes, I'm using my fingers to count. If you're 4-4 at the midway point, let's say you're saying 10 wins is your cutoff line for a playoff berth. It's usually right around that number. A loss here, all of a sudden you got to go 6-2 down the stretch just to reach 10 wins. That means this game is vital.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Third down just got a lot tougher. That will officially go as a loss of 7.
A 7-yard loss brings up third down.
Throwing Jones. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And taken at the 46. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. The Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. Now a play fake here on first down. There's Chris Olave. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. His first pass attempt of the game, Charles, and the pass rush was right there to hit him. But no fear, he delivered an accurate ball. Nice catch.
And you never want to see your quarterback getting hit But it also sends a message to the rest of the team when he's able to take.
Touchdown, Seahawks. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The New York set to take the field. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Now Jones. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Kayvon Thibodeaux. And there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
A first carry for Najee Harris. And some room to work. Another truck. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 34 yards there and a first down. Anyone who watched Najee Harris at Alabama knows the kind of strength that this guy runs with, and he's continuing on that path here at the next level. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. As this complete to Daniel Bellinger. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. 6 yards left on 2nd down. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. Powers through him. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 44 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ball game. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. A look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. 25 carries, a touchdown to go along with 124 yards.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
He'll get it inside the 20, and that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Najee Harris with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others. And the Giants have got it back to within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. Taken in at the 3. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. And they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them. But go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun, Osborne. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Kramer. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Osborne. It's caught at the 10. It's a big play there for Seattle. 42 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. From a yard out. And the Seahawks go up by 2 touchdowns. Bass on for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. Najee Harris and the rest of this offense work their way back onto the field. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put touchdown Giants? Michael Pittman, 75 yards. And the Giants are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. 1 play, 75 yards, 6 points. Fields it right around the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He's got 2 touchdown passes on his first 2 drives, and he'll try again here on drive 3. Play action. Osborne. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. To throw on 2nd down, Osborne. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. The Seahawks sitting at 5-2 on the year. And they come in on a good run. Winners of 5 of their last 7.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on third down.
On fourth down, Osborne. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. 27 yards, a big play there on fourth. Again, he'll drop to throw. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on third. They'll look to throw again. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And they are able to add on to their advantage. The extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. It's DK Metcalf who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Possession switching back to the New York Giants. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones, he'll find a man over the middle. It's Pittman. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 3rd down, here's Harris. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now here's Bradley Pinion now. That's pulled in at the 32. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. The Seahawks going to take over now late in this first half. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Looking to throw. Osborne escaping the pressure right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by Bass is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So good work there to get points just before the half as they add on to their lead.
As trite as it sounds, every little bit helps. That's exactly what they're going for. Anytime you get a chance to put points on the board, you take it.
And they didn't leave the other side with much time at all on the clock. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. So we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the 2nd half. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the 2nd half is underway. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Get a look at DK Metcalf as this offense returns to the field. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, and when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. To throw again, Osborne. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off the play fake. Osborne. He's going to air one out. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
There is something to a game plan when trying to keep a defense honest with a guy with that type of speed. You do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They'll get 34 yards there.
Frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their body language out there. The passing game has absolutely been relentless throughout.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Chase Claypool, 29 yards, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is now 24. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it was finished off by the Chase Claypool touchdown catch. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the 3rd quarter.
Here we go, here we go.
Jones throwing on 1st down. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. On the give, this is Harris. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll run again with Harris. And some room to roam now. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Back to throw. Jones. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. Touchdown! Michael Pittman with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Giants are able to cut into that deficit. They'll look to throw. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion. Caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. DK Metcalf of the Seattle offense about set to take over once again. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Osborne. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10, as they've got it to the 28-yard line. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Eluding the pressure right. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Back to throw. Osborne. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
On 4th down, Osborne. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down on a well-designed play there. That gets him 16 to move the chains. Operating from the gun, Osborne. Quick hitter here. It's complete. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And did he get the feet down? No. They'll say he did not. It's incomplete.
Not too many missteps in the red zone thus far. He was going for his 5th touchdown pass. His man couldn't shake free there, but boy, you know he's going to take another shot before this one's over.
Yeah, exactly, because you know 3 is good, 4 is excellent. You get 5. That's a whale of a game. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here's Michael Pittman and the rest of this offense getting set for the upcoming drive. He's having a day here in quarter number 3. Over 100 yards, couple touchdowns. Every receiver's hope for when they head into that game in the National Football League.
And his team is loving what he's giving them. Of course, the yardage is terrific, but I think it's what you mentioned, the 2 touchdowns. That's the big one because he's paying off his results downfield.
And still more time here, 3rd quarter. We'll see what else he has in store for us. Throwing on 1st down. Jones steps away to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Another incompletion with that one. He's just 7 of 14 throwing the football. 50%. Typically not going to get it done, is it?
And let's just make it simple, and that's exactly why they trail.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Now Jones. And he'll find Pittman. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. That's swung out wide to Harris. Touchdown Giants. Najee Harris. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Giants get a bit closer. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And it's incomplete. But a flag is down here, so hang on. Let's see what we've got. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Throwing again. Osborne. Open man completes it to Claypool. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down.
Even with the big lead here in the fourth, it still bombs away. And frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 8-yard line.
Let's go.
Off play action. Osborne. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
Off the play fake. Osborne. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Olave from 8 yards out. And the Seahawks are closing in on a 6-2 start as they extend this fourth quarter advantage. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. And New York set to take the field. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Jones. He gets it complete to Harris. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Looking to throw. Jones. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Jones throw pulled in by Jefferson. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it's second down. Back to throw. Jones. That's complete. Once again, it's Gesicki. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Throwing Jones. Out to the right and complete to Pittman. Touchdown! Michael Pittman. 26 yards. And the Giants are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. They'll try and throw for it. He's got it. So they convert the two. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a two-score game. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. That one looks like he'll throw here. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Well, the obvious goal is to try and score a touchdown, but at the least, adding to a pretty big yardage total for his intended receiver there, huh?
Yeah, well, when you got a guy over 150 yards, keep chucking it deep to him, I guess.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You can get it to him short, and he can make plays that way. But I like what you just said. Throw it to him deep and get it in a big chunk.
But incomplete on that try. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
On fourth down, Osborne. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Seahawks go for it, but can't convert. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. The Giants now down by 15. At time, a huge factor. Setting up the screen, Harris. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Clock rolling as the Giants will hurry to the line. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in. Here's Jones. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Seahawks are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there. Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Off-play action. Osborne locates Claypool on the crossing route. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts That'll leave him with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On first down, Osborne. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Olave holds it in. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. They'll look to throw again. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
Penalty is
Here's
declined.
Bass now for the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was Chris Olave who finished things off with a touchdown. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's brought in by Harris. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. One final shot. They'll look to throw. They'll look to Gesicki on the out route. Ball is caught. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. And as this defense walks.
My God, oh God, this is Son of God level. The sun, the sky, you can see the vibe. We ride the high, always on a high level. So open up your eyes better. Why these tell me? You can join the journey, you is worthy. Just allow me, no. Kicking down your door. Bloodsuckers, I see this industry is filled with shit. People that pretend to be something that they will never be. Oh my, I just need some little old peace of mind. The sons of kings, the ghouls, the gods. The moon, the light, the fools, the facts. My God, oh God, this is Son of God level. The sun, the sky, you can see the vibe. We ride the high, always on a high level. So open up your eyes, baby. I can never be controlled. Let them know. 500 helicopters driving me control. But they want you just to envy. Let them see it. I'm the first to say it, now it's time you just believe it. I got